just came out of the Secretary of State office. While we were there, there was some people, they were talking about how someone was charging them 150, someone else was charging them 200 and something, so that they can go out and do this apostille. And they're like, oh, y ni es algo difícil, mira, es todo lo que tenemos que hacer, es venir a esta oficina y esperar un poquito y ahí van a hacer el trabajo. And then guess what happens to them when they get to the actual employee? They couldn't get the apostille because it wasn't notarized correctly. Y a otra señora le pasó that she was trying to do something for citizenship or naturalization, and those documents have to go through the Department of State. They cannot be notarized and be taken to the Secretary of State for an apostille. And so then, like, the employee is telling them, sorry, there's another notary public and she's like staring at my at my sign out. I'm like, what's going on, girl? Maybe we know each other. So anyways, so then the employee here at the Secretary of State is like, look, like, here's a form, and this is what the Department of State wants us to have you all know. Super important to make sure that you tell your clients now, like, hey, I'm charging what I'm charging, but because I cross my T's and dot my I's, I make sure that I'm not wasting your time going out to the Secretary of State, then it not being done correctly, having to go find, like, you know, take a whole different route to get it done correctly. It wastes his time, it wastes his money. There was a long line, like, to wait after me and a little bit before me, and then people were like, oh my gosh, like those people, right? And they were like, ¿y ahora qué hacemos? And then the lady was like, well, you have to go, like, one of you, for your situation, you got to go find another notary public. She was like, and where am I going to find una notaria? And she was like, I can't really tell you, you know? And I wasn't prepared to, like, be, you know, because I have my 2 kids with me, and if I come by myself, then yeah, I take care of those, like, one-off clients. But if not, it's a little too much for me with my kiddos, porque no se quedan en paz a veces. Yeah, and then the other lady, it was like, yeah, you have to go through the Department of State. Like, there's nothing for you to do. In my mind, I'm like, si hubieran contratado, if they would have hired someone who knew what they were doing, they would have told them, like, oh yeah, this document has to go through the Department of State. It's a federal level, yada yada. You don't go through the Department of State. Pero como se querían, oh, para no gastar 150 o 200 y algo, that's what happens. So just letting you guys know so that you can relay this message to your clients and let them know, like, if they start to say, oh, you're charging too much, I can just go there myself. Okay, but do you know how to double check that your work is going to be able to get an apostille? Or else you're going to go and nada más para gastar el tiempo and gastar dinero también. So just letting you guys know, hopefully it helps. But I'm off because we might catch a little bit of traffic. Oh my god, I can't even talk. We might catch a little bit of traffic on the way home, so